So today I want to talk about why it's a bad idea to badmouth the father of your kids. Now, because women have primary custody of the kids, I'm going to lean into the women a little bit more now. So this video is mainly going to be about women. They have primary custody over the kids, and therefore they have primary influence over the kids. So women have a bigger responsibility when it comes to controlling the narrative of how the kids feel about their father. So whether that's a positive narrative or negative narrative, it's a powerful one. And I'm not just talking about the things you say verbally, but also your body language, your energy, and just your whole reaction to when the father's kid's name is mentioned. You know, if you roll your eyes and you're like, ugh, don't say that name. Your reaction is also important. Your body language is also important because the kids are picking up on that. They're picking up on that energy, on that negative energy that you're putting out. Listen, single parenthood is hard on both parents, the mother and the father, in a lot of different ways. So being that the mother has the primary custody and primary influence, she has an abundance of time with them to demonstrate her love for them. The father, not so much, right? The father has small windows of opportunities, some more than others, right? Depending on the custody agreement. But the father usually has smaller windows of opportunities to demonstrate his love for his kids. So when the mother is bad-mouthing the father, she's actually creating a huge obstacle for him to have to overcome. So when he does come and pick up the kids on the weekend and the mother's been filling their head with trash about how he's a narcissist, about how he's selfish, she's painting them in a negative light. So now the kids are visiting with their dad and they're coming into their time with their dad. They're coming in with all that negativity that he has to now overcome. So he spends the next few hours with them just overcoming their attitude. And sometimes it's so bad that they don't even want to spend time with their father like that, or they can only spend a few hours with him because the energy is so bad in between them. And really it's the energy of the mom. So the father's actually dealing with the mom's negative energy because she imparted that into the kids. So sometimes the kids don't even want to spend time with their dad like that. They can only take him in like short periods of time, like to go watch a movie or to go to the park or something like that. And then it's like, we need to get back. And that's the reason, is because of all that negativity that he has to overcome. Now, regardless of whether you have a son or a daughter or both, it's all damaging. But there are some differences between the two. Now, for a son idolizes his dad. And for you to badmouth his dad, it's literally affecting his own self-esteem, because he looks to his father as an example of what he can be in this world. His father is the example of manhood for him. He sees his own potential in his dad. So by bad-mouthing his dad, you're literally undermining his own self-worth and self-confidence. And that's terrible parenting. Now, for a daughter, you really need to ask yourself, what are you teaching her about her father, about a man, about the one who's protecting her, the one who's providing for her, the one who's supposed to love her unconditionally? How is she ever supposed to have a good feeling about men? How is she ever supposed to trust a man, honor a man, appreciate a man, if you are filling up her head with trash about the most important man in her life? You could literally end up poisoning her and dooming her to a fate of single parenthood. Now, this is something that we really need to get right as full custody parents, because one thing we don't really realize is the extent of the damage that we've done by breaking up a family, by divorcing. We put our kids at a statistical disadvantage by doing that. So we need to do some damage control and start repairing this thing immediately. This is not a joke. This is dead serious. Now, I know it might be hard to talk positive about the other parent in some situations, but the alternative is worse. You got to get past your feelings about this. It's not worth it. You're literally talking trash about half of who they are. That man is 50% of who they are. That's them. You can't separate the two biologically. So you cannot talk about one without talking about the other, good or bad. I mean, put yourself in your kid's shoes, right? How would you like it if somebody talked trash about your dad or your mom? How much can you really love that person? That's going to put a barrier in between you and that person's relationship to a certain extent, even if it is the mom talking about the dad. I don't care what that man or woman did to you. You need to get to a place of healing where you can start talking some positivity in your lives and in the kids' lives. And if you can't bring yourself to a place where you can start talking good about them and start seeing the good in them, then you're better off just being quiet. If you can't find something good to say, don't say anything at all.